Hi, it's Twi. Hope you guys are doing very good. Happy Monday, question mark. What day is it today? It's Monday. Hi, Lionel. Hi, TND. Hope you guys are doing good. Welcome. Today, I invite you all to chill with me. I'm gonna do some web fishing. I just wanted like a Zatsu game today, you know what I mean? I was like, web fishing, why not? Open lobby for anybody who wants to join. If not, I'll just be sitting around doing some fishing. Sango, hello. How's it going? Was about to go to sleep? No problem. I hope you have a wonderful night if you do. Or if you choose to hang out for a little, then welcome. I hope you guys have had a good weekend. I'm still a little sick. I know I did this stream Friday where I was like, I'm not sick anymore. It was a little bit of an over exaggeration. Basically, like after, I guess it would have been Tuesday night last week, I had like a throat infection type of situation going. Like the back of my throat was like really sensitive and I could literally like drink water or like breathe too hard and it kind of stung. And so it went away on Friday and I was like, oh, bless, we're so back. And mind you, I've still been like really stuffy and like a bit sick for the past few days. But you know what? It's not all that bad, to be honest. It's a lot better than it was before. I was like low key planning on doing a karaoke today just because like after the weekend I was like so in the mood to sing. But I was like, I can't get my singing voice back quickly enough. So instead we're just gonna chill for a bit. You feel better soon? Thank you. Yes, I've been drinking lots and lots of water. How do I like say yes to people trying to join? I set it to manual. How do I do this? Wait, I suck. Does anybody know how I actually... Oh, here we go. Player list. Yes, welcome in, Lionel. I don't even know where I am right now. I'm by some random lake of... Oh, I'm by the dock. Oh, that's easy to find. If you would like to join my well, feel free. Yeah, it's been nice just chilling. Oh, from the other side. You're like so pixelated over there for me. Hello. Yeah, it was a crazy weekend, honestly. I know a lot of you guys ended up seeing the charity concert that I was a part of on Saturday, which was definitely the highlight of my weekend. I was so like honored, like, you know, I was watching the whole concert and then as soon as it was my turn to go up, like a whole bunch of you guys just popped up in chat. It was so wholesome. It made me so happy to see all of you guys show out for the performance. So thank you guys for doing that. It was also, I don't know how many of you guys sort of like caught more of the concert other than like just my performance. But it was crazy. The initial goal for the charity was like $1,000 Canadian. And we hit it before anybody even started singing. And for the entire like concert, we ended up raising over $3,000. So over triple the goal, which was so awesome. It was so genuinely like heartwarming to see it just get absolutely shattered. And like so many good performances over the weekend. It was beautiful. So many people sharing like beautiful stories. I live for stuff like that, man. It was so great. I donated a little myself. I dropped $15, 10 of them as me. It was at the very start of the stream. I was one of the first, if not the first donation. I don't remember. And Ada was doing a thing where if you donated $10, you would get a sticky note. And I didn't really know what that entailed. She ended up having like a full armor of like sticky notes attached to her model by the end of the stream. It was really funny. But I was the first sticky note. I was the OG. My $10. And then I ended up later in the stream, I donated $5 under the name Raise the Goal to 3,000 if real or something like that. And it was because the total donations was at 1,995 out of 2,000, and I got sniped. Somebody donated $5 like 10 seconds before me. But she did end up raising the goal to 3,000, and then we hit it. So you know what? I wanna hope that my message helped, you know, contribute to that, if nothing else. I loved the concert so much. I don't know how many of you guys would have seen. I ended up timestamping the entire like 6.5 hour concert, like literally a few hours after it finished. I've never timestamped. I don't even know if I've timestamped one of my VODs. I've definitely never timestamped somebody else's VODs before. But I just wanted to make sure everybody could like go through and like relive the funny moments or like check out anybody's performances they missed. So I just went, I threw it on 2 times speed and I locked in for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. I was just double speeding, getting the timestamps for everything. And honestly, it was worth it because I was having fun going back and looking at my favorite moments. It was really wholesome. It was honestly one of my favorite events that I've ever been a part of, so I'm really glad that I ended up signing up for it. Yeah, I know it was like, you know, a lot of people ended up being busy for it, so I wanted to make the timestamps so that people could go back and enjoy stuff, you know, whenever they felt like it. Or, you know, in my case, I ended up rewatching my own performance like a billion times. Do you guys think I should like upload my own performance like on the main channel here, just because I've seen some other people doing that too? I don't know if it'd be worth it, because like some people, they came out with like full-blown covers. They were like entirely mixed, but I thought we were just supposed to make it like relatively live feeling, so I barely did any like auto-tuning or anything like that. I basically did like 2 like full one takes of the song, and because I was like too noob to get a really good take in one go, I kind of just like spliced in a couple spots between the 2. Like they were both all done in one go, but I would just like take the best parts of both in like larger segments, and then there was like 1 or 2 notes I had to fix because they were just like too bad in both takes. But it was, for the most part, it was very like raw compared to what I would normally do. But it was, some people's performances were so good, man. I had the craziest like rekindling with someone, or I don't even know if you would count it as rekindling. I guess sort of. I had like the craziest like re-encountering of somebody from the community that I haven't spoken to in a long time, and I've only spoken to them once, but it was so sick. I was looking through the set list and like watching along the concert, and I saw that somebody else also ended up doing a Mori Calliope song. They did End of a Life, which of course one of my favorites as well. That song is super good. And I was like, wait, Rinhime, I know this name, because like a couple weeks before I became a VTuber, I made an Osu map of like, you guys know those like chorus battles that they do for some VTubers do them now, but it's like traditionally like the Utaite kind of side of YouTube. They do the chorus battles. You get like a whole group of singers just like making giant group covers of usually like popular Vocaloid songs and stuff like that, and then they'll have like little competitions with it. I remember I mapped something like that of her. You know, they were like really appreciative, and then I kind of forgot about her stuff for a while. And then I saw her in the concert doing the Cali song, and I had to message her after. I was like, you remember the guy that made an Osu map of your song? That was me, and she was just like, no fucking way, bro. It was so goofy, man. It was really fun. It was so silly, but that was really cool to like stumble back upon her again, because she's really talented. Shout out Renhime, beautiful voice. It was just good vibes all around, to be honest. At that concert, everybody was so fun. I was talking to Ada a little bit after the concert as well, because she mentioned in the concert that she was gonna go see Otto later this year, and I was like, I'm going to the same show, dude. I'm so stoked. I don't know if I've talked about this on stream, by the way, but I'm gonna go to my first concert this year, and it's gonna be Otto. I cannot believe that we are in a timeline where my first concert is Otto, and it's like not even like I went to Japan to like see a concert or something. It's like just in my hometown. That feels so surreal to me. You know what I mean? I feel so lucky that that's even an opportunity, but I'm excited because I've heard some crazy good stuff about like Otto's lives, and I mean Otto is just goated vocals anyway. But it's gonna be interesting either way. It's just been cool, like sort of getting in touch with a lot of different people in the scene. I think it's kind of it's kind of funny to me. It's exactly like last year. I ended up making some of my VTuber friends doing Rita's charity concert, and maybe I'm going through the same pipeline again this year, but with Ada's concert instead. Moral of the story, guys: if you need friends, become a VTuber and then perform for charity. Honestly, though, like I do love doing that because it's a good way to meet other people that are into music, and they're always like good people because they're just doing it for the love of the game, bro. They're just coming out and singing for charity. It was so cool that it was a Canadian charity this time too. Because normally I'm so used to having to do the conversions for everything in my head that I remember when the graphics came out, it was like, donation goals, 10 Canadian dollars, 25 Canadian dollars, and I'm like, Canadian dollars? We're using Canadian as the default? This has to be like the first time I've ever seen that in my life. I don't think I've legit ever seen somebody use Canadian as like the default benchmark for an online event. So that was super sick for me, as like simple and like silly as it is. It was cool to find some other Canadian people around as well. Introverted, prefer being in the crowd. You know what? That's totally fair. To be honest with you guys, I'm normally pretty introverted in a lot of ways as well. I guess it depends. It kind of depends for me. I would consider myself an introvert for the most part, just because like I have a pretty low social battery. I can't talk with like people and hang out for too long before I actually just like turn off. Before I just like crash. I just need to like go be by myself for a bit. But I used to be a lot quieter, for what it's worth. And then, I kind of just... I think the biggest thing for me, and it's going to be different for everybody. Some people are just naturally quieter than other people too, of course. But it's like, if I'm with people that I feel comfortable with, including you guys, including the Twinights, then, I could just be like so much more like sociable and like outgoing. Whereas when I don't really know people that well, or I don't have a lot in common, I'm like very quiet. I just kind of like nod along with people and like make small, it's like I'll be like actively listening, but I don't actually have anything to contribute, so I just kind of sit there and quietly nod along. until it's, you know, there's not really anything else to do. And then I like waddle off to my own little corner. Just like waddle off to my own little corner where nobody's gonna bug me. Sit down by myself. You know, depending on what it is. I've had times where I'll be at like a big family gathering or like a party or something, and I'll go and like be social for like half an hour, and then I'll stumble off to some room off to the side where nobody else is, and I'll go to sleep. If I'm tired enough, anyway. I've done that before. But you know, sometimes I can go out and have a little fun, you know. I did on the weekend, actually. Friday night, I went out with my friend Osage, which was really crazy, you know, meeting. It's always cool meeting online friends in real life for the first time. I had to go out really like far, but it was worth it. It was really fun. I think one of my favorite things about it was he like one of the most memorable things for me is he pulled out his card when we got food, and he had like a sticker over his like debit card of Osage, like the girl from all the Inabakumori songs. And I was like, there's no way you have the Osage card, bro. It was so much aura, man. It was so sick. It was like, yo, he's like for real about it, dude. He's even got his credit card, or he's got his card like, you know, decked out in the same way like his profile picture. I thought that was so sick. And even funnier is later that night, he was like, to be honest with you, I'm not even like that big of an Inabakumori fan. Like, I like the music, but I'm not crazy about it. I just chose to be Osage, and it's like, well, now I gotta go the whole way. Which I thought was so silly. To be fair, I really like Inabakumori's music, and I will say it's not really like playlist music. It's more like it's got its own kind of vibe to it, right? But I just thought that was so funny where he was like, I'm not actually like a super fan. I just go by the name. I'm in too deep. We had a good time. We had some pizza at like some random restaurant. I was like asking him about like what restaurant he wanted to go to, and he was like, do they have beer? And I'm like, I don't know, probably. We went, they did not have beer. But they did have really good pizza for what it's worth. It was delicious pizza at a pretty decent price too, for a sit-down restaurant anyway. So we had some good pizza. Then we went to a bar. And I will say, I'm not much of a drinker, but one thing that will always be fun about socially drinking is when you go out with somebody who's like kind of quiet, and after they have a couple drinks, you just see them like really like come alive a little bit more. You know what I mean? They really like open up that much more. Oh, I ran out of bait. Shit. I'll be right back. It's always fun for that. You know what I mean? And me personally, like, I almost never spend money on alcohol because it's too expensive for me. I've talked about it before, but because it's a rare opportunity, and also he covered the pizza. I thought we were gonna split, but he was like, I got you. So I'm like, oh, okay. You know what? In that case, I will have a drink. Fuck it. So we went to the bar, and he wanted to have beer, and, you know, I was like, I don't know anything about beer, so I'm just gonna have whatever you're having. So we both ordered a Guinness, and I'm gonna be so for real with you guys. It tasted like shit, man. Bad call. I should have ordered anything else. But you know what? I drank the whole thing. I wasn't gonna be fussy about it. I still drank the whole beer like a real adult, and then I proceeded to have nothing else but waters for the whole night. You know what though? I will say, one nice perk of not drinking often is that I get tipsy really easily. Like one beer was enough for me. I was a little tipsy. I wasn't like buzzed, you know, but I was just enough to like be a little bit more outgoing. Osage, he was fucking hitting the beers though. He had like 4, but 2 of them were 8%. So in a lot of ways, it was more like 6. So he was pretty fucking drunk by the end. It was really funny. You know, one thing that I've always thought was kind of like interesting to me is I've heard some people talk about how like it's really not fun to go out with people who are drinking if you don't drink much, because you just end up with a bunch of drunk people and like you have to be the one who's dealing with that while sober. And I have to say, I don't get that take, man. Drunk people are funny, bro. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're just like tired, I have to imagine, because like seeing your friends drunk can be pretty funny, I won't lie. I remember it was really funny. I ended up walking him home because he asked his friend for a ride back to his Airbnb, and his friend was asleep already. So I was like, I'll walk you home, bro, it's fine. And as soon as we got out of the bar, he was like, can you walk slower? I don't want to get home that quickly. Let's take a scenic route. I was like, okay. It's like already past midnight at this point, by the way. We're just out going for a stroll through this random neighborhood in the middle of the night. It was a nice neighborhood, to be fair. We're just out in this neighborhood walking together. We walked past this like crazy big high school on the way there. It was actually massive. Like, it's bigger than most universities. Maybe not most universities, but it's bigger than some universities I've seen. I was like, what the, and we were walking back and he was like, let's go look at the high school. And I was like, I don't want us to get in trouble, bro. And he's like, no, we're not going to go inside. I just want to look through the windows. I was like, okay, dude. So when we looked at this like massive high school through the windows a little bit, it was kind of cool. It was like big glass windows out front. It was kind of weird. There was like a triangle part that almost looked like a greenhouse. I was like, they got a whole ass greenhouse in this high school or some shit, dude. Like, it was very bougie. We were in a nice neighborhood for sure. But I walked him home. One thing that was kind of surprising that happened to me that night is I checked the times for the trains and like the buses when I went there, but not for the way back. So interestingly, basically my route to get home was going to this neighborhood until like 3:30 a.m. But it was only going back into the city until like 12:30. So I didn't check it until it was like 12:25. We're still at the bar. I was in the bathroom and I'm like, oh shit, dude. Like, I'm 100% missing the last train. Like, there is no way I'm gonna make it. So I'm just sitting here like, I don't know what I want to do. I ended up texting my dad because my dad, just like me, has a terrible sleep schedule. So what actually happened is he had literally just woken up from a nap like an hour before, maybe not even, that I texted him. So he was wide awake and he was like, yeah, I can pick you up. So I'm like, okay, thanks, Dad. I appreciate that. I thought it would probably work out that way, even if it, push came to shove. But I was like super shook that the buses stopped going back my way like 3 hours early. Oh man, no, it wouldn't have been walkable. That would have been like hours and hours of walking. Like, it was already like over an hour to get there by transit. Like, I don't know if it would have been walkable, to be completely honest with you. I don't think it would. I would have had to like I would have probably ended up having to stay the night with my friend at their Airbnb if it weren't for that. But you know what? Because I knew my dad was going to pick me up and Osagi was like hella drunk. I didn't even tell him that I missed my bus. I didn't want to stress him out. I didn't, he was so whimsical, just being like, "Oh, can we walk slower? I don't want to get home that quickly." So I told him my last bus was at like 2 or something, and then I was gonna make it, and I just enjoyed time. I felt kind of bad because my dad ended up having to wait like an extra 20 minutes for me just in the parking lot of this random train station in the middle of the night because I was spending so long just like slowly just trotting home with my friend. Yeah, just the la 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 la. Enjoying a little stroll. It was very silly, but it was fun. It was very fun just having a good time. It's one of those things where, like, I don't know when the next time I would ever see him again is, right? With online friends, you gotta just enjoy your time. while you're hanging out together, because you don't know when the next time would be. And it was a great experience. I had a good time. I also did something that I haven't done in like probably 15 years, which is that this is so embarrassing. Why did I decide to share this? Okay, anyway, I could go back, but I have you guys are going to be curious now, so I have to say what I was going to say. Because I was drinking like so much water and the beer, I ended up having to pee really badly on my walk home. So even though I was in this like really nice neighborhood, there was like this little stretch with a forest. So I just like had to walk into the forest for a minute and then pee in the woods. Because there's no bathrooms like anywhere. I thought I would be fine, but I was not. I wanted to like try and make it to the train station, although I don't know how it would have helped because I don't think it would be open, so I don't think I would have been able to use the bathroom there anyway. So I just have to like find a random tree. Exactly. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Yo, that reminds me, it was really funny when I was out drinking with Osaka. I ended up going into the bathroom like probably a good 3 or 4 times during the couple hours we were in the bar, and he kept calling me a little pisser because I was using the bathroom so much. Which, to be fair, I do use the bathroom a lot, but also he's just like inhuman, dude. Like, you know, I was talking to him on the way there, and he was like, yeah, dude, I have to shit really badly. I haven't shit in 4 days. And I'm like, what do you mean you haven't shit in 4 days? He was dead ass. He was serious. I don't know how. I don't even know how that's possible. I was like, how are you alive? Like, what? I was like, wait, did you like not eat anything? And he's like, nah, I ate like 10,000 calories worth of food. I'm like, well, how the fuck are you alive, bro? Like, I'm not crazy, right? That's not normal. That's not even like remotely normal. I feel like most people, it's like rare to go more than 1 day without shitting. I probably do it more than once a day. Like, how do you go 4 days? That doesn't make sense. I was like, dude, like something is wrong with you, bro. That sounds like some sort of medical issue at that point. Let me see. What did he even like say? I'm like going through our DMs right now. Yeah, I said, how are you alive? And he was like, this isn't too unusual for me, lol. I was like, what the fuck, dude? It wasn't even like an isolated incident. This is just like a Tuesday for this guy. He is a freak of nature, man. I'm telling you, this guy. Like, one thing that I always thought was like crazy about him is he also plays Osu. Like, we met from rhythm gaming, and he only uses one finger for like basically everything. He's just like, his forearms are so strong that he can like vibrate his forearm to like play stuff at like almost 300 BPM with one finger, which is insane. Like, that's fast to do with 2 fingers, which like effectively that's half of the movement, right? If you're using 2. So I always thought that was crazy. I didn't know that his real like body superpower was his fucking bowels, apparently. But anyway, it was a fun experience getting to meet him for the first time. It was kind of surreal, as most online friend meetups tend to be. But it was a fun night, honestly. I had a good time. You know, it was a good story. Moral of the story for me is don't order beer again. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I really haven't done much drinking in my adult life, but between my Calgary trip in April and going out again, like, I've never even been to a bar before like 3 months ago, and now I've been like 3 times or something, and I'm not about the beers, man. It just tastes like shit. Like, I can drink a beer, but like, why though? If I'm gonna pay for an overpriced drink anyway, like I'm just gonna pay the extra couple dollars for a cocktail or something next time. That's the one thing that I feel like I'm sort of learning is, you know, I would get the mentality of going for beer even if it tastes like shit if it was significantly cheaper, but it's only like $2 cheaper anyway. If I'm gonna pay $8 for a beer and it tastes like ass, I might as well pay like $10 for a drink that tastes good. To me, that's like my logic, but I feel like it's also an acquired taste. Like there's just, it almost feels weird to meet a Canadian guy that doesn't at least like not mind drinking beers, and a lot of them like it. It's like one of those things where I'm watching, like I'm growing up and I'm watching a lot of my friends and my cousins become like beer guys, where they like to go out to a bar and watch hockey or watch like whatever sport and drink beer. And I'm like, damn, this is the Canadian pipeline, hey? I didn't think it would be like that normal, but I mean, I guess it is, you know. Beer is somehow like super popular with guys my age, I feel like nowadays. Which I will never get, but you know what? If it makes people happy. Oboro Yuzu, hello, thank you. I'm glad you like my voice. My voice is like lower than you. Can you guys hear that I'm sick? Can you guys like tell the difference between how I sound right now and like how I normally sound? Because I feel like I definitely do have a little bit of a sick voice, but it's not that much. You can tell a lot more with when it's in the morning. I have morning voice like everybody else, but it's like much more exemplified when I like just wake up. Couldn't tell this. Really interesting. Well, that's good. You know what? That's good at least. Maybe I'm just in my own head. About my own voice, because I actually thought it would be like more noticeable. You know, when I'm sick and I roll out of bed, oh my god, dude, like I don't feel like I normally have a particularly deep voice, but that is the one time where I have it. Like one of these days I have to like wake up and immediately roll out of my bed and just record my voice when I'm like, I feel like I'm actually not even like sick enough that it's that noticeable anymore. Like a few days ago it was definitely more. You wake up and you just go outside and you're like, good morning, you know, like you just got, that's not even like accurate. That's not even like how it actually sounds, but you know, it's just like you get like a really low voice. That's good. I definitely feel like it's a lot easier to have like more energy when I hop on stream, kind of regardless how I'm feeling, you know, it just kind of puts me in the mood to like, you know, come alive a little bit more. But also like the fact that my voice is at a point where I can talk without it hurting anymore particularly it makes it a lot easier to not feel like super tired. I can come on here and yap. I can't sing properly still, but I can yap, and that's good enough, you know. That's half of the battle. I was hanging out yesterday as well. I ended up, even though I was off stream yesterday, I ended up doing a lot of talking because I hung out with Cheen for like an hour, and then after that, I ended up getting on a call with Shiny because me and Shiny are cooking something right now. So I was like, yo, are you free to talk about this thing real quick? And he was like, sure. And we hopped on a call, and we ended up being in call for 6 hours. We just like hop on real quick. We go in there. We end up cooking for a few hours. Then we play Balatro for a few hours. We were just looking at like random Pokemon stuff. We were just chilling, man. I feel like that's a lot of the time when I hang out with Shiny, like how it goes though. Like we'll have like something that we were gonna talk about, and then as soon as we're like over that little bump, we just end up gaming for a couple hours. I love having homies like that, dude. Shiny's so fun to just chill with. But yeah, 6 hours is pretty long even for me. It's because we're cooking up some secret sauce, a little something special right now. I'm really excited. I'm gonna get to announce it in a couple weeks, so keep an eye out for that. We were also talking a little bit, like, unrelated to the project that we're, like, actively working on. We were talking a little bit about the Minecraft server again that we did for my, like, anniversary birthday, like, month a while back. You guys want the Minecraft server back? Should we do, like, a summer one? Because I was thinking about it. Like, it would be a nice little thing to have back. We could maybe do it for, like, a longer period of time. I have to look at, like, hosting options again for stuff like that, just because I don't want to host it, like, straight off my PC, but potentially considering the, what do we call it, TWI'PIXEL? Season 2 for TWI'PIXEL. Oh, oh wait, I can sell all my fish. Boop. Oh, I got money. Oh, I got big money, I'm balling. Fish. Yo, Beep! You want to join? The well calls to you. Come on. Welcome back. Thank you. Well, well, well. We always end up back in the well. Yeah, I was doing some web fishing with Calico like a week-ish ago. Not even a week ago. Well, what do we have here? Yeah, I was just hanging out with Calico and Keiko while she was streaming. And I was just, you know, it just put me back in the mood to hop on web fishing as like a good chill game. I will say there were some ungodly conversations happening during that stream. Check that VOD at your own risk. Semi, what's up? Yeah, everybody dropping by. Yeah, it was fun playing with Shiny for a little bit yesterday as well. I've been still grinding Balatro. I've been for some reason trying to do something called Completionist Plus, which is to get the gold stake, which is the like highest difficulty on every card deck. It's taken me a while, but I'm making good progress, you know. I'm like, I think a third of the way there-ish. So I was thinking about streaming it today, but I was like, nah, I want to chat. And like, I'm going to be too distracted by the game. I'm going to be too distracted by the game if I do that. Maybe we'll do Balatro later this week. It's been a little bit since we've done the gambling stream. I've been doing that. I got a D-Rust at Splatoon again, because I feel like I'm bad at Splatoon again. You know, I hopped on last night. I was playing some Splatoon after hanging with Shiny. I went in, like, I had an hour where I was just playing and I lost, like, pretty much every game. I won most of my way back, but still. I gotta, like, go back on the grind a little bit. I gotta get my X rank back. Welcome to the well. Beep. We got 3 in the well. I'm trying to remember what the most people I ever got to be fishing in the well before. I think it was like 8. I think the most I've ever had in the well at the same time was like 8 people. I'm trying to remember as well. I always end up having like the funniest conversations whenever I do web fishing with Keiko and we end up chilling in the well. I think Keiko is the one that it was. I remember like the first time that we were chilling in the well, they were like 2 bros chilling in a hot well 5 centimeters apart because they're pretty gay. Which is so real. And it's Pride Month now. Now we got 3 bros chilling in the hot well. Happy Pride Month, everybody. I feel like Pride Month, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it changes anything for me. Even though I'm kind of like, I don't know, I guess some people like debate if like Ace is under the umbrella. I feel like it's pretty comfortable now that like everybody agrees that Ace is definitely under the umbrella. But I just like, I don't know. When I was younger, I used to really identify with like the labels more and being like, oh yeah, I'm like fully arrow Ace and I I feel nothing. I'm gonna die alone, and that's gonna be epic. And then I like started adulting for a few years, and I was like, well, you know, I probably don't experience things the same way as most people, but like, I don't need to be closed-minded about everything. I'm just gonna live my life, and yeah, whatever happens, happens. The denial is always just the beginning. It's true. It's true. But honestly, I think what it is like, I still definitely feel like Ace like fits me, but I sometimes it just depends like contextually when I like to use the label, because it can give the impression to a lot of people that it's like you feel absolutely nothing and you're like fully wholeheartedly uninterested in like everything, you know, involving like romance and whatnot, right? And it's actually more like I just don't normally feel stuff like most people, but like I don't know, I still feel like I could appreciate that like aspect of life. Ace G, see, exactly. Ace people can be out here getting some game. You never know. You never know. I don't, but label. I mean, I think, you know, labels are they're just interesting, you know, it just depends, right? It can be really cool. Like I remember when I found the Ace label for the first time when I was like, I don't know, maybe 16 or 17. I was like, "Oh my god, there's like a word for my experiences. Like I'm not just weird." And then, you know, as I kind of lived a little bit more, I was like, you know, it's just like any other word. It can be cool to have it as a descriptor, but like trying to summarize like a whole aspect of your life into like one word, sometimes it doesn't like fully encapsulate your experience, which of course it doesn't, right? There's nothing wrong with that. So I think it's cool to just kind of like take everything with a grain of salt, use it however it makes you feel the most comfortable. You are weird, but so okay, well yeah, well everybody's weird. Everybody's weird in their own way, and that's epic. That's cool. That's what makes us fun, dude. That's what makes everybody interesting. I will say, though, it's also one of those things where it's like I found the Ace label before I found out that I was, like, very neurodivergent, and I was like, oh, you know what? Those probably go hand in hand, you know? Those probably have a lot to do with each other. Explains a lot of things. Tough one for sure. May or may not be correlated. Results may vary. But no, it's cool to see Pride Month. I like to see everybody celebrating themselves because that's beautiful. I think it's also, I saw posts that it's like men's mental health month, which I think is also cool. I didn't really know that they do them like right back to back. I thought it would be, if anything, like November, because they have like the Movember stuff or whatever. But very cool too. You know, we just came off the back of regular Mental Health Awareness Month instead of like men specifically, I guess. And I think it's important too to like talk about it. A lot of men for a long time are like scared to open up about their feelings and, you know, sort of try and process issues in their life. But life is so much better when you just allow yourself to feel shit, bro. As somebody who was like, you know, openly emotionally damaged men, so true. That's how you heal, though, for real. Like, you know, I remember when I was younger, you know, I did the classic bro strat of like, you know, oh, feel it, you know, it's not real, just push it down. Just keep, just push it down there, you know. Don't acknowledge it, it'll go away. It don't go away. It don't go away. You gotta actually like try and find like peace and understanding inside of yourself sometimes. Don't want to be emo. Okay, to be fair, I'm not emo, but If being emo makes you happy, then like fuck it, do it. There's therapy to be found in listening to, I don't know, who would be like a good emo band to like cry your eyes out to. What's the one that did the Black Parade song, bro? I'm actually stupid. My Chemical Romance, I think. Yeah, bro, go listen to that and scream your heart out. Now I'm just thinking of that one fucking TikTok where it's like the guy in the car being like, "My heart, I loved her." Where? Now you guys both immediately stimming it with me in the chat. I love this community. Chat reflects the streamer for real. It's been like one of the most fun things about my adult life is making more friends who are like just as autistic as me. And just like, I never noticed this, but like as soon as you have a friend group that is like on the same like wavelength as you just start stimming like at least 5 times more. Like, I still remember the time where Echo was visiting me, and we would just keep stimming, like, over and over and over, and it just never, like, stopped being funny to me. Like, there was one day where we were coming home from Niagara Falls, and we were on a public train, and we just kept stimming this fucking TikTok of this kid being like, "Why this sunset about to play?" And that one is still so iconic to me. It's so much better though because he, like, I can't do it justice, but he actually somehow knows how to make like a perfect trumpet sound with only his mouth. Like, it's so convincing. I can't believe it. I need Echo to go back to streaming like he used to a few years ago so I can make him show you guys the trumpet thing in like actual high quality audio. Because it's actually unreal. Alright, I will. Me bullying my friends into joining the VTuber cult. Oh, Luluna. Wait, I remember you from the concert. Hello. How's it going? This is somebody else who's part of Ada's concert, guys. Wait, let me pull up. I timestamped everything. I can remember exactly which performance you were. Let's go take a look. Because I forgot. Are you who I was thinking? Oh my god, you are the person that went right after me. You did. You got. Oh wait, no. Hold on. No, I lied. That's Lunacy, who is also incredibly goated. There are so many goated people. Like, the people in this concert were so talented, bro. I don't know how I got in here. You guys seriously need to go back. I timestamped everything just for you guys to go fangirl like at least half as hard as I did throughout that entire stream. Because that concert was goated, man. Like, everybody was so talented. Oh, you did Universe at the end. Oh my god, your performance was so good. I remember this. Yo, you were so good, man. Oh, I don't even know if I knew that song, but I love like everything Official Higadendism that I've heard before. So it was really nice to hear one of their songs towards the end. It was just like such a feel-good performance. I loved that. It was so sweet. There was such a good like variety of performances in that like concert, man. It was so good. It was so good. I just want to go back. I was talking about this at the start of the stream. You guys have no idea, bro. I sat through this entire like 6-hour concert, and afterwards I was like, this was too good, bro. I want to like go back and look at everything. And at that point I was like, all right, sign of my appreciation. What can I do? I'm about to timestamp this whole concert. So I went, I got food for like an hour. Then I came back and I sat down. I didn't have like anything. I was talking to Keiko afterwards. And And they were like, yeah, I used to do a lot more VTuber clipping. You know, I had like a Discord bot for it. I was like, oh, people would be like automating stuff like this? Because I was just sitting there. I just thugged it out, bro. I just raw dogged it. I put the bot on 2x speed. I started skipping around to all of the parts that I remembered I wanted to get. And I just sat there for like 3 hours locked in doing all the timestamps. You know what? This is like my ADHD superpowers came out in that one moment. Because I already watch YouTube on double speed like at least 50% of the time anyway. So it was like, I was able to just like speed run my way all the way through. It was worth it though. It was worth it. It was so much fun, like just having the buttons to like go check out everybody's performances again. Because they were all just so good. They were so good. I love doing like big community events like that, man. It was so worth. I think one of my big takeaways is like I really want to like actually run one of these like big VTuber concert events one of these days. Even if it's not like as serious or whatever. I hope that at some point I could do something like that. Just because it's like so much, it's just so like wholesome to see like a bunch of people just come together and perform. I want to have more singer friends. Nightcore remix mod. Yeah. I mean, you know, I had to make sure. Part of it was I was just like super locked in because I knew that Ada was like out, so I was like, how far would it be if I finished it in time for her to come back to just seeing like the entire VOD being time stamped? And I did. I managed to finish it in time, and I was like, hell yeah, dude. But it's also one of those things where it's like, I know a lot of people who miss the VOD will like want to go and check it out as soon as they can, and YouTube's gonna like push it to people's recommended pretty like instantly. So I also just wanted to like try and get it out in time that people could enjoy it like more easily. Because sitting through a 6.5 hour stream is hard for people sometimes. You know, if they have like only a couple things they wanted to look for, I want them to still find it. Because I get it, you know, sometimes life is busy like that. Yeah, I literally went in the Discord. Wait, what did I post in the general again? I remember I posted that like absolutely enormously long screenshot of my timestamps. And then I was like, I'd like to thank my homies Autism and ADHD for getting me through it. Yeah, you actually got the quote for me. Thank you. It's so true, though. It's so true. But yeah, that was most of my weekend for the most part. I spent a little more time doing some sketches. Or was that in the middle of the week? I remember I posted my or did I post my sketch? I did. Yeah, it was the 29th. When is 29? Thursday? It was Sunday. What? Or no, wait. I'm dumb. It was Thursday. Oh my god, I actually knew what day it was. That's like a 1 in 7 for me, bro. Yeah, I've been working on... That's art for a different project. I have a lot of things cooking right now, you know. It's kind of like... I'm like prepping a potluck by myself over here. You know, I got one hand in this pot, one hand in that pot. Got the frying pan with like my foot or something. I don't know. You guys gotta be patient. Next few months. I got a whole like 5-course meal on the back burners right now. Maybe. About to fast. No, you don't need to fast though. Look, I just was part of like a whole event full of people who are all cooking. There's like an entire all-you-can-eat buffet time stamped out in front of you. Enjoy food from many restaurants, my friends. Hello, Azza. Webfish. Indeed. We're in the well. Oh, I ran out of minnows again. You guys can't even see that. Let's go get some more fish. You guys want to move the well? You guys want to do some ocean fishing? I'm about to move my well. Beam. New well location just dropped. The well is well on its way. Well, it would seem that way, wouldn't it? It would, in fact, seem that way. But it's okay. All's well that ends well. I'll never get tired of the well puns. Nobody can stop me from the well puns. Water check, so true. Water check, yeet. No, we're like permanently water checking because we're standing in a well. That water is salty, but our water is fresh. Good old water. I'm actually surprised I haven't had to do a bunch of bathroom breaks. Because I wanted to do a karaoke stream today, like I said, but my voice was still too sick to really make it work. So in preparation for singing, I always drink like a boatloads of water. So I thought I was going to just be like running to the bathroom over and over today. But I'm chilling. Oh my god, hammerhead shark. I love these guys. They look so stupid. Hammerhead shark has to be one of the like silliest looking animals ever. I love it. Yeah, I definitely hope. Ideally, we'll do another another karaoke for the first time in a while, like maybe later this week. Just because I don't know, I'm like so in the mood to sing, man. Seeing so many like talented girls singing, not even girls, this is the guys too. Everybody, talented everybody singing at the concert, bro. I don't know why. Actually, no, I do know why I said girls. Because I remember when I was watching Ada's concert, I was the only guy performing until like the last like 2 or 3 performances. And I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, am I really about to be the only guy that got invited? Like, that's crazy to me. And then I see this other guy start talking and I'm like, ooh, okay. Fellow bro at the last second. Interesting. And he started singing. This dude was actually like a legit K-pop idol, bro. He had a full, he had a music video with like 3D shots of him, like on a stage with the glow sticks waving. He had him just like in a park being like a little pretty boy. And he had like the softest voice singing this K-pop, like this K-ballad. It was so beautiful, man. I literally... I think I commented in the middle of the stream and it like put me on blast. Because even though Ada's overlay only showed one message at once, I think it was like a good 5 or 10 seconds in the middle of his performance where I'm in the chat just like, this is so beautiful. I feel like a pretty princess listening to this man or something. But like genuinely, you know, he had like a pretty soft but like deep voice in some ways in his intro video, and then he starts singing and he's actually just like got the really heavenly like super gentle K-pop idol voice. I was like, oh my god, bro. Just reaffirms, you know, like hearing all these other people who had there were so many like super talented people that were like performing that concert, man. Some of these people's voices were actually crazy. I'm just a little guy, just a humble fellow, happy to be here. That's honestly how I felt, you know. I got into it and I was just like, you know what, I'm just happy that I got invited. Let the little man in, you know. You gotta let me cook a little bit. I'm just happy to be here. I will say I was surprised I got into, because I was like a little bit sick when I applied as well, and I had to do the song a key down from my usual just to even like get it recorded. And I was like, this is kind of bad. Like, I don't think she's gonna want it. But you know what? Like, I'll send it in. You never know. Yay! And then she picked me, and I was like, oh, I actually got it. And I got really lucky because I ended up recording my performance like a day or two before I had my my throat infection start. So I almost just like missed out of being able to even like get a performance done for the concert in time, because my voice would have been absolutely boomed. But everything worked out in the end. It all came together. And overall, it was like pretty decent. I was pretty happy with how it went. Also, how come you guys have like such cute like fishing rod like bobs? Like you have a little lily pad with a flower? That's like so, I don't know, that's so wholesome, man. One of you has the same one as me. How do I get a cute little like bob thing? Purchase? Is it from, where do I buy that? Is it the frog guy in the main like spawn area? I feel like I know so little about web fishing. I'm just sitting here catching a bunch of fish for no reason. Think? Okay. Let me catch this guy and I'm gonna go check. Boink. 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 What we got? Oh my god. A huge seahorse. 45 whole centimeters. He's massive. Poor Gore. Understandable. I'm gonna go check. Oh! I missed the, like, mushroom that lets you launch yourself. This is my excuse for going back to spawn. So I can go, whew! I love doing those, like, mushrooms that launch you really high. It's just fun. Okay, where even is spawn, dude? Where am I? Oh! Oh! There's spawn. I wasn't even trying to go that way, but I accidentally launched myself into the exact spot. Possum? Oh, this guy? Bobbers. Oh, oh my god, they have a rubber ducky? I'm buying that. Take my money yesterday, bro. Holy. Yes. Oh my god, it says quack. This is perfect. I need to return to the water expeditiously. I gotta try this out. I am approaching your location rapidly. Dry up like SpongeBob. Bro, I was just thinking of like the one like sweaty gamer meme of the dude with like the really bass boosted mouse clicks. Just like logged the fuck in. That's me like doing my little dives over the dock again. All right, let's see it. Let's see my rubber duck. Oh my god! Look at, no, the well is in my way. Move. Oh my. Here, wait. Let me throw it further so I can get a better camera angle. Yeet! Look at the duck. No, wait. Why is the well actually have like the worst camera angle ever? I can only see the back of the duck, man. It's okay. Look at that. Isn't he beautiful? What do we name the duck, guys? What do we name my new rubber duck? Reginald? I fuck with that. Welcome, Reginald, to the Twi Nights. Thank you for your service, friend. You will be tasked with catching many fish. Reginald is a fire name for a rubber duck. That's a good name. Dude, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of when I was on my trip earlier this year, and I went to a bar where we were playing bingo for, like, random prizes. And I remember the guy was, like, going through the prizes. And the whole point is he just buys them all at, like, random thrift stores and stuff. It's, like, just a bunch of used garbage that you get for, like, super cheap because funny. And he had, like, a random, like, framed picture of someone from probably like the 1800s. And it was like, what do you guys want to name this random kid in the photo? And I think as a collective, we ended up applauding for the name Gregory. I think we named him Gregory. I don't remember. But it was just like some random baby portrait. It was so fire, dude. It was a nice photo. I still remember that like night so distinctively, man. It was so funny. Like thinking back, somebody won like a box of Fruit Loops. Somebody won, I think it was like all of Star Trek, but it was on VHS. They had like the big prizes, and somebody won. It was like a Fiesta hat thing that was also supposed to be like a salsa holder. Like you could put chips in the hat, and there was like a salsa pocket in the hat. It was like super goofy. I remember I also was one square away from getting the big prize twice in a row that night. I was one away. I don't know if I would have even been able to do anything with it. Because, like, the thing that I wanted that they had there was they had a pizza maker. And I was like, I love pizza, dude. Pizza's probably my favorite food. So I saw that shit. And I was, you know, of course I wanted to try that. But also, I wouldn't have been able to bring it back on my flight. So I don't even know what I would have done. I think my cousin is gonna drive back when he returns in a few months. So maybe I could have just been like, "Hey, bro, just like throw this in your car when you come back." Keep my pizza maker safe for me. That's what I would have hoped for, but instead I ended up just being salty because I was one away twice and I won nothing. But it was fun though. That was a fun night. You know, something I'm learning as I adult more is that partying is actually kind of fun. You know, I'm not too crazy, but you know, like a drink or two is kind of tight. Took you long enough. Okay. You know what? Better late than never. I'm learning to leave my house sometimes. But it is one of those things, though, where it's like, it's just hard to even, like, find opportunities for stuff like that when you don't go to college or university. Like, where do you even find yourself in half of these scenarios if you don't do that? That's definitely, like, the most conflicting thing for me at some points. Like, I remember, don't ask why. Don't ask why, okay? But I was talking with Calico, and I think the topic of rice purity test came up. And I went through it, and I had, like, a really, really high score. But at the same time, I was like, where am I even going to experience any of these things, bro? I didn't even go to college. Like, I'm baby. What do I do? I'm trying to remember what the actual number was. I think it was like 93 or something. I have an almost perfect score. I'm just baby, exactly. It's true. It's true. What am I gonna do, man? It's okay. Maybe one day. You guys think I'll ever get under a 90? I feel like, I don't know, you have to be like built different to not even go under 90 in your entire life. That would be crazy. Like, you would have to be intentional about it at that point, I feel like. But it's also not like I'm sitting here like, man, I gotta get my numbers up. These people are gonna find out that I'm like a amateur out here. You know, I got no experience. I don't give a shit. I'm just living my life. If shit happens, it happens. Oh my god, I got a good camera angle of Reginald, bro. Look at Reginald. Oh my god. You can like see his little like bill. You can like catch one pixel of his eye like clipping in and out of existence every now and again. Cute. How to treat the test like a checklist. I think that rice purity is one of the worst things you could ever choose to do that for. Going out of your way for that, you're about to just make a bunch of bad decisions. Wait, I need to cut my audio real quick. Echo sent me something. Let me see if I can listen to this. Oh wait, oh my god, I gotta click these. I want to listen. Okay. Oh! Oh my god, y'all, Echo was lurking. Echo was lurking, dude. When I was talking about the sunsets earlier, this dude literally sent me a fucking audio file called "Why These Bathroom Acoustics Sound Like They About to Play," and you can hear the fucking reverb. Did he do this in like a public bathroom? No, not a public. It must be his own bathroom. How big is your bathroom, bro? Listen to this.
Why does sunset look like it's about to play?
See, his trumpet is so good, man. You guys see what I'm talking about? His trumpet is so on point. How do you do that with only your mouth? I don't understand. In the stairwell, serenading his neighbors. It's true, bro. I don't know if Echo actually did trumpet for. Did he? I don't know. Maybe. I feel like he might have. But he's like a fucking. He's got a PhD in mouth trumpet, dude. He's insane at that. That's why it was so funny to me. I couldn't stop laughing during the trip when he kept doing it because it's so good. Like, it's not fair, man. It's like, it's one of those things as well where I'm like, how do you do that? And he's like, oh, it's easy. You just do this with your mouth. And then I would try and do it, and it's like not at all possible. I can't figure out at all what he meant. It makes me think of this one Caleb City music video, and it's like how like tutorial videos always be. It's somebody showing you a magic trick, and then they just do it, and it's completely impossible. It's like, how is that even possible? I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was like he just like did the thing, like the editing trick where you like pop your shirt and you like change shirts. He's like, if you slow down the video, you can actually see me changing it. It's got like a transparent overlay of him like changing shirts really fast. Where he like snaps and disappears, and he's like, you want to know a magic trick? I never even left. And then it's like, if you look back in slow motion, and he snaps and he's just sitting there staring at the camera the whole time. It's like, you know, your brain thinking, the audio cues, it makes you like get tricked into thinking I'm not there when I'm actually just looking at the camera. That's how I felt when he was trying to explain to me how to do the mouth trumpet, man. I was like, nah, you just have like some sort of like special talent, bro. I don't know how you do that. But he's just built different. Yeah, I think he's been trying to get into like voice acting stuff recently though, which is really cool. Shout out to Echo, bro, for putting that mouth trumpet to use. I don't think that's actually why, but can you imagine like rolling up to an like a voice audition and being like, "Hi, I'm here to audition for the role of soundtrack." What do you mean soundtrack? Like, that would be pretty fire. Like, I would be impressed, you know. Maybe if you don't have the room for him on that gig, you know, you put him down on some sort of a list. Call him up for your next project. Auditioning for ensemble. I mean, you know, with like, if you're doing voice acting, he could be a whole ensemble. Because he could just record himself more than once and then overlay it. It's kind of like those videos where people do like the acapella covers of something and they'll like literally create an entire song with only their voice. He could do that, actually, because he knows how to beatbox as well. Bro, he's actually just like a one-man band with nothing but his mouth. That's kind of crazy. That's a talent right there, dude. I feel like if I ever tried to do the like one-man band thing, which I thought about in the past, my like instrument choices just don't work together as it is. Because the two instruments that I spent the most time learning were flute and drums. And that's like a pretty hard combo to make work, I won't lie. I feel like that's pretty hard to make those two go naturally. You can, but it's hard. Flutes as the drumsticks. Well, would that work? I feel like it might break the like seal on the drum heads or the flutes. It might break the flutes too on it. That's the scary part. Flutes are expensive, dog. The fact that you would even have two flutes to have them as drumsticks, that's like multiple hundreds of dollars, bro. You're balling. That's several hundreds of dollars at that point. Like the whole reason I haven't gotten back into flute since like middle school almost is because I would have to buy one. I never owned one. I just rented or borrowed from my school. And so if I had to buy one, it would cost me like over $300. Which is expensive, bro, in this economy. I can't. I was thinking about getting the Switch 2, probably. And that's already gonna cost me like all 5 of my limbs. I have to grow a new one just to sell it so that I can afford the console. I still don't know when I'm gonna buy it though. I think I'm probably not getting it off of launch. Just because I didn't pre-order it and it's probably gonna be insane prices off launch, so I'll have to wait. But it would be cool though. I don't know. I'm tempted to look into stuff. It also just doesn't feel like it should be launching soon, but isn't it like really soon? Like Switch 2 release date. June 5th. That's in 3 days. What? Dude, that's Thursday. Oh my god. I thought it was at least like another week. Damn. Time goes fast. Also, rip beep. The well feels so much emptier. It's just me. Oh, there's rain over there. Wait, let's go fish in the rain. That's like aesthetic. And also, I think there's like special fish that you can only catch when it's raining. If I remember correctly. Boosh. Some more bait. Is that what you're doing over here, Lionel? Is that why you're... No, you're drawing. We got... Lionel. I think boy kisser question mark. Me. Aww. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's just a regular cat. Okay, not boy kisser. Very cute. Oh, I love this bug. Wait, this like little, I don't know, like a caterpillar? Like a... Whatever he is, he's cute. Just a little guy. I like it. All right. I'm gonna sit in the fog by myself in my well. Oh, psych, I'm gonna sit in the fog not by myself in my well? Let's go. I want to get the well a little bit closer to the lake. I gotta like... Let me try and get it close. There we go. That's like right on the edge of the lake. Beam. Why are you standing back there in the fog like it's a horror game? Get over here. You cannot escape me. I am always here. No, no. You can't escape me. You're the one stuck with me. Get in the well. See if we can get any cool fish that I haven't seen before because it's raining. Or is it even raining here, or is it just fog? No, it's raining. Rain cloud. I honestly like going for walks in the rain. Can you guys relate to this? I really like the way that it feels when you have like a cool rain. It just feels like so much fresher outside. Unless it's stinky. Why would it be stinky? If it's like warm, then yeah, that's pretty gross. But if it's like cool, then it feels really fresh and it's nice. Iowa heat. Nah, I get you, I get you. It gets really hot up here as well. Oh, it stopped raining? Or it's still raining, but it's for some reason really bright now. That's a little disorienting, but okay. Yeah, it does that, you know. They forgot to turn the sun back on until a couple seconds ago. No big deal. I mean, I guess you can get rain when it's like sunny, but I feel like you almost never do. Rain's done. Oh, man. Now I'm just chilling in a lake normally. That's chill. It's a really nice lake. The water looks like so soothing. It looks so clear. That's true. We are in the well, not the lake. Chilling by a lake in the well. You know, you missed another pun opportunity. You should have been like, well, if you want to be technical about it, you're going to be the well. I'm going to keep thinking of well puns for my entire life. Well, sorry, mister. That's okay. You think that dads would like web fishing? This is like an interesting question that I've never thought about. Is like, if you take the demographic of people that like normally don't play games, like just like an average dad that like does not play video games, and you sat them down for web fishing, would it be like too quirky for them, or do you think that just the fact that it's chill and fishing would like override that and they would just be like enjoying themselves? Well, I usually do sometimes tell dad jokes, and sometimes he even laughs. Oh, of course, you gotta, you know, exchange dad jokes with your pops every now and then. That's just how it goes. That's how you keep the vibes good. I guess this would be kind of in a similar vein in terms of gaming as like Animal Crossing for somebody like that. For some people, it would be really chill. For others, they might not care for it. I know my dad only plays like one game, and it's Diablo. I haven't played Diablo in quite some time, though. I think I need time to recharge from it every now and again. We've played it so many times that, you know, eventually it gets to be like a little too samey. But after like a year, maybe I'll get bored again and come back. Or maybe we'll actually just finally have the Diablo 4 stint, since we both have the game, but just mostly kept playing 3 anyway. Also, I loved you getting just yeeted by the mushroom in the middle of my speech. That was funny. I didn't even consider that when I put the well here. It's like a trap for unsuspecting people approaching. You just get absolutely launched. Do you think I could cross the lake on this mushroom, dude? Yo, check me out, bro. Check me out. Ready? Boom! Oh! Oh, it's too easy. But can I cross back? Oh, there's like no way. The run up for this is like non-existent. Yeah, you literally like fall off the thing trying to just get there. How could I ever make it from this mushroom? I gotta like turn midway. Oh! Man. Wait, can I land on the rock in the middle? Hold on. Wait, maybe. Oh! No, okay, I was short. Wait, it might be doable. Ah! No, this is doable. Come on. I feel like I can. I feel like I can make it. The kill count? Oh, I don't know. Taking me back to the Elden Ring streams with people counting my falls, bro. I don't know. At least like 7. Oh! Oh, that was so close. Ah, I fell off the thing. I want to land on this rock in the middle, dude. It must be possible, I believe. Ah! Come on. You can do it, little web fishing guy. Believe in yourself. Oh! I touched the rock. I touched the rock. It's solid. It's solid. It's solid. I moved off of it. I watched it slightly alter my hitbox. It's like so hard though. To not just overshoot it massively. Oh! No! That was so close! Dude, I was on it. Oh my god. I had it. Oh. I'm like right there, dude. No, I'm getting this landing. I'm sticking this landing. Oh. Oh my, I'm so close, dude. You see that? Where are you going, Lila? Yo, the rock's on the left, bro. Ah! No, I will make this jump. If it's the last thing I do. Oh, dude, I'm so close. I'm so close. Ah! Oh! Okay, I went the wrong way. I almost landed on this other rock, though. That's kind of sick. Ah! Oh, okay. Yeah, rock's over there. All right. No, I'm gonna land on this rock. I'm gonna be the first one to do it. No! Did you see that? That was so close. Please. Oh my god. Dude, I had it. I don't know. I feel like it's possible, but it's, I don't know. Like most of the time you just end up sliding like forward and just falling off, even when you do like get on top of the rock. It's tricky. Ah! Oh, I did it! Oh my god! Wait, I'm the goat. Can I put the well? No, I can't put the well on the rock. Fuck. That's so epic, dude. I can't believe I actually made it into the rock on the middle. I wasn't sure if that jump was gonna be possible. Now I just get to chill here and watch Lionel die over and over trying to land on it. I'm just standing here, unbothered, moisturized, in my lane, flourishing. Oh, it's so good, dude. It's like cartoonish. Yo, you might have a few tries to go, you know. I've I slid off of the rock like at least a good 5 times. I'm getting rage baited by a rock. This is low-key harder than Jump King. Making this jump, that's low-key harder than Jump King. That's a pretty tight timing. I believe in you. You can't let the rock win. Oh, okay. Touch the rock though. Progress. It's actually like flatter than I would have thought. I thought it was more slanted when I was jumping, but it's pretty. I guess it is on a little bit of a like incline. I don't know, it's just so funny watching somebody just fly at the rock and die over and over. You could do it, Lionel. Never give up. Never back down, never what? My face. Look at my face. You guys like my face? I got a hat and it says, "If I've gone missing, I've gone fishing." Isn't that so true, guys? It's me, like every time I log off stream, I immediately just, you know, I start leaving my house, fishing rod in one hand, well in the other. I just be walking around with a whole well. Oh, 3 starfish. That got me actually like clicking my mouse. What do you got? Boop! Opulent axolotl. Oh, I love axolotls. Cute. I'm like so VTuber brain rotted that like hearing axolotl makes me think of like Axel from Hollow Stars and not like the animal. Okay, I don't know if any of you guys are Hollow fans, but if any of you guys saw the cover that just came out of Asu no Yozora Shokaikan or Shokaihan, sorry, or what's it called? Like Night Patrol of the Sky or something like that as the English name. I don't remember. Dude, that cover. Oh, Axel and Haka and Octavio. Oh, banger unit. I think I didn't watch the stream, but I think they chose the unit name of LeBron James. This is why I fucking love Hollow Stars, dude. They're so funny. Like you'll have like all the regular units in like the normal Hololive side of things, or you'll have like Hollow Tori for like the birds and like Umisi for the like ocean girls. You have Hollow Stars, they're just like, yeah, we're LeBron James. So good, man. I just realized something. When I run out of bait, I will have to leave the rock and then come back. And like to get back onto the rock, I have to make the jump again. Do you have bait right now, Lionel? If you don't, you should buy bait before you try and hit the jump. Or we could just stay here. We could just give up on the web fishing part. It could just be web rock. Web rock. We just stand here on a rock on the web. That'd be kind of fire. Oh! New creature. You caught a huge bull shark. Wait, I caught a shark in a like a pond, dude? Or even if you call it a lake, a whole ass shark? Like what? Is that real? Can sharks be found in lakes? Yes, certain shark species can be found in lakes. A few species have adapted to freshwater environments, including lakes. The most well-known example is the bull shark, which I just caught, which can tolerate both saltwater and freshwater. Wow. Interesting. So it's real. It actually is just a straight up lake shark. That's like a new nightmare unlocked. New fear unlocked. I'm also just realizing something right now. If I try to get off of the rock and when I fall in the water, it puts me back on the rock instead of the other side, am I soft locked? I guess we'll find out when I run out of minnows. I still got 10 more. I'm not about to leave my post. I worked hard to get here, bro. I grinded for this view. Oh! Oh, that was so close, dude. That was so close. It's really tricky. You gotta get the lineup. Crashing out over a rock. I think the trick is like... Oh, close again, dude. The way that I did it is I did like a very... Like I walked into the mushroom pretty slowly. And then like midway in the air, I did a dive to like get a little bit more forward. Because when you dive immediately, you just go flying. That was my strat. But it's pretty precise, honestly. It's hard to get on the rock. Oh my god. Nah, now you're getting close. The run is coming. I feel it. Oh. It's kind of fun to just chill on the mushroom. Getting brain damage. It's a good time. You thought we were here to just chill and play web fishing. Nah. You've been baited into rage game. Instead of getting over it, you're playing getting onto it. And by it, I mean my rock. I don't remember the context, but I remember last time I was playing web fishing with Calico, we ended up having a copy pasta where it was like, at the stripped well, straight up fish in it, and by it, well, let's just say, my whale. I think it's because Calico had the size matters hat, and she caught a whale. She had a whale, and I, like, as a joke, I caught a krill, and it was like huge krill, 9 centimeters. So I sent her the krill in a letter, and I was like, look at my krill, bro. Isn't it absolutely huge? But it was still, it paled in comparison to the whale, you know. I tried my best, truly. But I mean, a whole whale? Like, that's pretty hard. That's pretty tough competition. I still think my krill was above average for sure. Getting krill pics in the mail. No, it wasn't even a picture. I just gave her the whole krill. Sent it as a present. You know what? It's like quiet hours right now. Only real Twi fans are watching. You guys wanna know an unhinged story that I have? To be fair, I have told this story on stream before, but it was like a year ago. There was a time, many, many years ago, and by many, many, I mean like, I don't know, maybe 5? Maybe like 5 years ago? Maybe not even, I don't remember. Several years ago, me and some of my online friends were bored. And we were like, you guys know it would be funny. Oh, what? You had it, dude. You had it. Oh, that was... Oh, you got it. Yippee. Welcome to the rock. Oh. Oh, my God. Are you testing? Oh, my goodness. Dude, you have to hit the jump again. No, you don't respawn the rock. Oh. Where was I? Yeah, so me and my boys online, we were bored. And so what we ended up doing is we decided to have a size contest. Where we all went off and we measured. And we decided to find out. Welcome back to the rock, Lionel. Nice weather we're having here. Oh, hell no. You're stuck with me now. It's okay, I only have one bait left. I'll be the one who's having to hit the jumps again soon. But yeah, no, we had a contest. It was interesting for sure. I wonder if the rankings have changed in the past, like, 5 years. Maybe we gotta have the rematch. Nah, I'm just kidding. But it would be funny, though. My last fish. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? It's gonna be... Glistening small sand. Wait, this is the guy from the logo, dude. This is John Webfishing. I put him in my thumbnail earlier today. That's pretty sick. And a bonus coin bag. Alright. Time to sell him. Sorry, John Webfishing. You're about to get sold. Alright, let's see. Boop. I got some good money going right now. But can I hit the jump to get back on the rock? That's the question. 'Cause I don't know if I can. It's a hard jump. Oh, that was close though. That was close. That was a good first attempt. Lionel just decided to come back, join the rock hopping gang. Oh, you hit it again already? Damn. That's crazy. Oh, I was close. Ooh. No, I can do this. I can do this. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. Boop. Ah. What? That's true. Getting onto the rock the first time is the hardest time. But I was chilling there for a whole 25 bait, so I kind of lost a little bit of my practice. Oh, there we go. I remembered how to do it. Let's go. Two bros chilling on a hot rock. It's probably not hot, actually. It's a lake. Probably a cold rock. Yo, I remember I was watching Obake Pam talking about her trip to Anime North. And she was like, yeah, I went to the beach and it was just full of rocks. And I was like, yup, that's what the beach is like out here. It's actually just rocks with a side of water. Like, there's sand, obviously, but it's full of rocks. Beaches here aren't that great, I won't lie. But it's probably because it's not a real beach. It's not the ocean, it's just the lake. But it's still nice, you know, like the water's pretty. Sand is just tiny rocks. True. Water check. All is rock. That's true. And all is roll. Hey. Rock and roll. Hell yeah. My eyes look fried. Not in the game. Right. You look pretty... Oh, wait. Do you have a cigarette right now? Are you smoking on my rock, dude? With a turtle? My god. These damn smoke... There wasn't a sign. I'm about to give you a sign. For real though, I actually hate being around people who smoke. It like irks me so much. It just smells so bad, dude. Like maybe I'm more sensitive to it because I already use my my voice a lot, so I'm very sensitive to my lungs and my throat. But it like irks me so much when somebody smokes near me. Like anytime I walk past someone who's smoking, like just on the sidewalk or whatever, I literally will hold my breath until I'm like, I don't know, maybe a good 10, 20 feet past them. I'll just completely hold my breath as I try and like scuttle by and get away from whatever residue there is in the air. My throat's getting a little dry now, so I think I'll probably call it for today. I'm about to kick you off of the rock, Lionel. Any last words? I like cheese. I'll place a well to that. Amen. And Twinks, alright. Get out of here. Get out of here. Boom. I hope I interrupted your fish. Nah, you know what though? I'm about to treat myself because my throat's kind of sore. I went to Dairy Queen yesterday, and I remember I told you guys last month I was really stoked because they had the s'mores blizzard as like a monthly flavor, and I was like, I don't know why they did this in spring, but I'm so happy, right? I went to Dairy Queen yesterday, and they had their summer menu, and the s'mores blizzard is still on there. Yippee! So I got my s'mores ice cream. I got my favorite again, so I'm gonna go eat the rest of that. No need for chocolate brownie cheese curd. You're diabolical for actually creating that just like abomination. You're crazy, dude. Anyway, thank you guys for just chilling with me and doing some fishing. I'll be back tomorrow. Not on my channel, but on Calico's channel. Let me go grab the link for that, actually. Calico Pascal. Live. Split Fiction. Yeah, you guys like the Split Fiction stream last week? we're continuing our gaming on Calico's channel. She used the AO3 title that I was too much of a coward to use. So we're gonna be going and having some more fun with that. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow on Calico's side, and then I don't know, maybe like Thursday or something. Thursday or Friday over here. You guys have a good rest of your day or evening. Take care.